What's up, guys? Back with another Righteous episode.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Justin.
I'm Sam, and welcome to
Movie
Snacks.
Oh goodness, it's been a while between recordings,
It's
but
been a
that's
bit.
okay.
Yes.
That's okay. And
We
that's
have
all right.
lives, but since our last recording, we've actually put out our first episode.
Let's go!
Yeah. Woo.
Let them see. Let them eat cake.
Oh, don't bring that up right now.
He said, ooh.
That did not hit.
Do we want to do some trivia first?
Sure.
Do we
trivia first.
Our next card?
Yes.
Okay.
So Justin won last time,
Yes.
so he's king of the hill. Going against Sam.
And I'm
since
a
I lost.
dethroned.
Oh, yeah.
I believe right now I have 1-1. Justin has 1-1.
We've all won one.
We've all won one.
We've all
Yes,
won
yes,
one.
yes. Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Remember, buzz in with your name. You have to let me finish the question.
Okay.
1 point for multiple choice answer. 2 points if you just guess it. With no multiple choice. What is the first name of Meg Ryan's character in Sleepless in Seattle?
Oh.
Justin.
Yes.
Susan.
No.
No!
I would like the multiple choice.
Please.
Is it A, Kathleen, B, Annie, C, Sally, or D, Susie?
I'm going with
Susie.
B, Annie.
That is correct.
No!
Sam has 1
You
point.
guessed.
These are the rules, Justin.
The rules.
Sam has 1 point. In the Shawshank Redemption, how many years does Red serve before being released on parole?
Ooh.
I would like the
Multiple choice.
Okay. A, 25 years, B, 30 years, C, 35, or D, 40?
Justin. 35.
Wrong.
Sam, yo. 30.
Also wrong.
Dang.
That's 40.
Oh, I knew it was a long time, but I thought 35 was safer.
Alright, Sam has 1 point.
Okay.
In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, what kind of car do they take without permission?
Justin. A Ferrari.
Yes.
Is that
Justin
all it
has
asked
2
for?
points.
No!
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it.
Justin has 2, Sam has 1. In Meet the Parents, what is the name of Jack Burns' cat?
I don't think I've ever seen this movie.
I
Is this?
haven't.
Is this in the same canon as Meet the Fockers? No. This is a different movie.
Meet the family? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I would like the multiple
Give the multiple choice.
A, Mr. Sphinx, B, Mr. Winks, C, Mr. Minx, or D, Mr. Jinx?
Samuel. Mr. Winks.
Wrong.
Dang.
Mr. Sphinx.
Also wrong.
Oh.
It was Mr. Jinx.
Mr. Jinx.
Alright, for all the marbles.
Okay.
Justin's currently in the lead with 1 point. Meryl Streep has won 3 Oscars for her work in Kramer vs. Kramer, Sophie's Choice, and what?
Kramer versus Kramer. Sophie's Choice. Oh, I have a guess, but I don't want to do it for the multiple choice. I don't want to say it.
Oh no.
I don't want to say it.
I basically need to guess to win.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we tie. I don't remember what happens if we tie.
I read one more question. We can do a tiebreaker question.
Okay. Guess
Sam.
away,
No,
Samuel.
I'll guess if you guess.
Okay.
Or will I do multiple choice if you guess?
You better pack with me right now. And if you go back on this.
Don't look at me.
Okay. I'm gonna guess. The Deer Hunter.
Wrong.
The Deer Hunter? You're guessing the Deer Hunter?
Yeah.
He's judging your
It
guess.
won like
I'm
5 Oscars.
Judging your guess.
Well, like 5 Oscars. She's in it, I think.
I'm
I hope.
going to guess The Devil Wears Prada.
Also wrong.
Dang.
Wait.
Now I can read the multiple choice.
Mamma Mia.
No!
Yeah, no, go.
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Okay, well, y'all guessed 2 of these already.
Oh, really?
A. Devil Wears Prada. B. Mamma Mia. C. The Hours. And D. The Iron Lady.
Samuel! The Iron Lady.
Yes.
Uh,
So now I need to read a tiebreaker question because y'all are tied 2-2.
is that how that works? I thought we only get one chance.
Well, I don't know. Because
Y'all
last
both
time
guessed.
we both
Right.
guessed. And
But I
then
thought
it's
the
like,
questions is
let's
gone.
decide to do
Oh, okay.
multiple choice.
I mean, sure. I don't care.
I mean, I think this is the first time it's happened, so
Hey,
we
I
can
don't
Yeah,
care.
this is the
set
first.
the precedent here.
Then I don't care.
Because
Read a tiebreaker.
previously, if y'all both guessed on, I think y'all both guessed on the multiple choice, but y'all both got it wrong.
Mm.
So it's like, I don't know if that counts or not. Well,
Then read a tiebreaker. I will defend my honor.
Alright.
okay, we can do tiebreaker.
I defend my
Yeah,
honor.
yeah, yeah.
What is the name of Will Ferrell's character in the movie Old School?
No. Must be.
Is that where he's like in prison? No.
No, old school is like they return to a frat. Like they go back to college, but they're all like 50 years old. And so they're like taking part in like drinking games and stuff, but they're all old. I literally don't know. Do we still do multiple choice on this?
Yeah,
Can we still get
yeah.
multiple choice? Okay.
I say same,
Multiple choice,
same
multiple
rules,
choice.
same
Yeah.
rules. Yeah.
A. Frank. B. Beanie. C. Mitch. And D. Blue.
Samuel.
Oh.
No, you can go ahead if you want.
You want me to? Justin?
I'm-
Go ahead.
I'll say Mitch.
Wrong.
It's blue.
Also wrong.
What? Really?
It was Frank.
It was Frank?
You're killing
Dude.
me. Let me grab another one.
I was really sure it was blue. I thought someone's name. I think someone else's name is blue in the.
What is Vince Vaughn's character's job in the movie The Breakup?
What are these questions,
breakup.
man? Multiple choice.
Wait!
Oh, unless he wants it.
The breakup. Vince Vaughn. Okay, hang on. Is that the one? Is that the one with Jennifer Aniston?
Well, I'm not helping you. And also,
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
guess.
and
I'm
also,
gonna
I literally
guess.
don't know.
Okay.
Nope, that's the backup plan. No. The backup plan is with Jennifer Lopez.
I also don't know what
I'm
that
not giving
movie
you
is.
any
Freaking
information.
frack. Hang
Like,
on.
yeah, I don't think we know. Yeah.
Just go with it. I'm thinking of just go with it.
Okay.
I'm thinking of just go with it. I would like the multiple choice.
Yeah.
A. Hotel manager. B. Tour
Oh
guide.
my
C.
God.
Train driver. Or D. Football coach.
It's called The Breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Repeat. Can you
Repeat
repeat
the
that?
answers,
What
please.
is... Oh, the answers?
Yeah.
Hotel manager. Tour guide. Train driver. Or football coach.
Justin. Tour guide.
That is correct.
Yes,
dude. It just
Justin
felt-
wins by
just
the
felt
skin of
right.
his teeth.
Woo!
Thank God you just won.
I cling to power.
We just
Alright,
needed
now
that to
Justin
be over
has
with.
2, and me and Sam both have 1.
It's lonely up here at the top.
And you'll take him next time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
will.
Yeah.
It's lonely up here. Jeez,
All right.
I wish I could see all you down below.
Wow. We got a bit of input on one of our previous episodes. A listener told us what they would watch for one of our things.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness, what did they say?
Our friend Jordan
Oh, whoa.
said that for her oldie but a goldie, she
Mm.
would have chosen The Wizard of Oz
That's fair.
with a lollipop.
Everybody's just kinda like,
Oh,
nah.
yeah.
Well, Lollipop's fun. And you know what? That's fun.
We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild.
It's like I'm watching the movie
Lollipop
right now.
Guild.
It's like I'm there.
Are you mocking me?
It's like I'm strolling down the yellow brick road.
Mm.
But
That's a good pick.
yeah,
That's a good
I
pick.
agree.
That's a
I
good
agree. If
They all
anyone
grind.
does want to reach out or connect with us, we have an email at moviesnackspod@gmail.
Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Not at moviesnackspod. Moviesnackspod.
They know what
you.
Yeah.
I like to hope so. We also have an Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Also, moviesnackspod. And there's a
And-
link tree.
On the Instagram, we post every other week so y'all know what movies to prep for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you can watch them with us.
It's fine.
Yay.
Nice.
Speaking of, what was our category for this week?
Our category was
The
What was it?
original.
Yeah, the original.
I
I was gonna rephrase it wrong.
The original
is
is
better
better
than the remake. Yes, that's
I
what
thought
it
it
is.
was
No, it's the
movies that didn't need a remake.
Well, I
It
guess
might
that's the
have. It might have to be that because I have beef.
You have beef.
I have beef.
okay.
Okay.
I have beef.
All right.
Beef.
Okay.
Beef.
Well, we'll get into the beef,
Yeah,
but
yeah. What are our choices?
I chose Mulan.
Okay.
Mulan. I chose The Mummy.
The Mummy, and I chose. What did I choose? The Parent
The
Trap.
Parent
Yeah.
Trap. We almost all have the movies. If yours was called The Mulan.
The Mulan.
They're like the same category.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's
What?
the same thing.
What's your snack with your pick?
Mine's rice because at the beginning of Mulan, when she's eating the bowl, and
It looks
she's
so
like,
good.
and the chicken's running around chasing things.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the dog is running around feeding the chickens. That's
yeah,
what I meant.
with a carrot.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
The rice
It's a bone.
just looks so good,
It's a
and I've
bone.
always
It's a bone.
wanted
I was always picturing
With a
a carrot.
carrot.
I was always picturing a
it.
carrot.
Yeah.
What's your snack for the Mummy?
Well, I guess it's kind of spoiling it, or my thoughts on it.
If you want to hold on to it, you can.
Oh. Well, I mean, it could just be an illusion because I chose Saltine Crackers because they
Okay.
are as bland and as boring as the new movie.
Oh, as the new one.
As the new
Okay,
one
okay,
is,
okay,
not
okay.
the original.
Okay, I looked up themed cocktails for the Mummy, and I only found ones generated
was-
by AI.
Oh, and we
And
all know it.
I tried them both, and one was like not the Mummy vibe, and one was okay. I can
And
talk
one
about
was
it later.
okay.
I can
Yeah.
talk about it later.
That's real.
And my snack for the Parent Trap is Fig Newtons.
Oh,
can
yes.
we eat Fig Newtons on
I
the
even
bed? Because
clocked
we
it
even
when
you
she was
remarked on
eating
that. We were
it.
like, product placement. We were like, they're just eating Fig Newtons.
It's very camp
Yeah.
It is a
vibe,
camp food.
and
yeah.
like yeah.
Or s'mores. S'mores,
Yeah.
I feel like would have been a
Uh-huh.
good pick.
Yeah, s'mores are too junky. I feel.
Okay.
I almost went with popsicles because she makes the bird
Oh,
cage out of popsicles.
yes, yes.
And she do be eating that popsicle like halfway through or something, or while they're still at camp. It's like yellow one. It's
Yeah.
like 2 sticks or whatever.
It's the
like,
banana one, which is always the best.
It's the best. Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, were we?
Do
yeah,
you
I don't know.
want to? Did you have like a runner-up? Like I thought about this movie,
Oh.
picking this movie,
Oh, for
because I thought about picking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I didn't really think of one. That was just kind of my first choice. I don't
I'll
even
think
know what I
about
would
it.
have
Come back
chosen.
to
Yeah,
me.
I don't know what I
Okay.
would have chosen otherwise. Maybe freaking. I feel like any of the Disney remakes fit nearly.
The Lion King.
Lion
Oh,
King,
yeah.
Dumbo, freaking.
I haven't seen Dumbo.
Aladdin.
I haven't seen the original Dumbo. Oh, Aladdin would have been good too.
Freaking other stuff.
All right, my beef.
Okay,
Yeah, you-
open
I
up with
woke
the
up
beef.
and chose violence
Oh,
this morning.
okay.
Justin,
Okay.
talk about your
Oh.
movie, The Mummy.
Okay. Oh, you're asking me to talk about it, or you're gonna talk about it
Yeah, I'm gonna.
because you got beef with it?
Does
Because it fucking sucks.
does the numbers 39 and 59 and something else ring any bells, Justin?
No.
32. Sorry.
No.
32
Should they?
and 59.
Should they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
The year that The Mummy originally came out, Justin.
Oh.
What are we talking
You
about?
chose the remake of a remake.
You chose the remake of,
Oh.
The Mummy. But why is this Mummy your original?
I'm not even sure I'm following. So there's a mummy that comes before the Brendan Fraser mummy.
Yeah, so The Mummy started in 1932
Oh.
with Universal, with like Frankenstein and the Wolfman and the Invisible Man movies.
I'm gonna give that one a no. I'm not counting that. It's about cultural impact, okay? It's about where it stays in the mainstream, right? Consciousness, okay? No one, when you say The Mummy, thinks, the 1932 Universal joint. No one is saying that, okay? Absolutely not. It's the original. Absolutely not.
That's why we could possibly rephrase the title in that, like, it doesn't need a remake.
Sure.
Yeah. To accommodate Justin and his error.
Whatever. I'm sure The Parent Trap is loosely based on some other thing, like some other auteur
there's not
French
an original
film.
Parent Trap.
That's what you think. It's based on it.
Well, on that note, let's talk about The Mummy.
Yeah.
It sucks. I should have chosen something else.
The new one.
The new one sucks.
The old one's good.
The old one's very good.
I would say the old one is top tier.
It's a classic.
Yeah, it was good.
It's awesome.
Like, possibly one of my favorite movies.
It's so good.
And
the new one sucks.
I think I figured out a mystery as well that we had. So the last episode, we watched G.I. Joe, and there's a Brendan Fraser cameo in G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And we were like...
He was only in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's an odd
He's like, you're Joe's.
cameo for Brendan Fraser, it seems. Okay, so here's my theory. Mummy, success.
Mm-hmm.
Big success for Brendan Fraser.
Yep.
Then after that, that's when he kind of got, like, blacklisted in Hollywood, like early, mid-2000s.
Right.
The Mummy and G.I. Joe are the same director. Like the 1999
That's interesting.
Mummy. Stephen Sommers.
Interesting. So he was like, I'm going to get my boy.
And so I'm thinking that he was like, oh, he's having a really hard time right now. I'm just going to put him in my new movie G.I. Joe for a second just to, like, help him out.
Just to give him a little something.
Also, the Mummy, the guy who plays the Mummy in The Mummy. He's also in G.I. Joe. He's the...
Yeah, he's the...
He's that whistle guy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look
so
at that
maybe
crossover.
It was just a little reunion. But that's my theory.
Look at the canon.
For why the Brendan Fraser cameo.
You did some research.
I did. Well, I actually just saw it and I was like, huh. How are you guys talking about this?
I'll bring that up. Interesting. That is neat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway. Yeah, the new one sucks.
Yeah, the new one sucks.
Yeah.
Old one, it's a classic. Everyone's so charismatic. They're so hot. Everyone looks fantastic in that movie.
My first note was, I love Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. Like, everyone looks so good in that movie. It's so funny.
Well,
Go.
Yeah. No, sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, I was saying, we talked about this while we were watching the new one. But, like, I think one of its biggest faults is they make Brendan Fraser a charismatic asshole, right? He's, like, a dick, but he's so, like, charming about it. And so, like, kind of suave and likable. They make Tom Cruise a straight-up asshole.
I hate his character.
They make him so unlikable. It's not even in, like, a funny, quirky way. Like, he's just a bad person, a bad guy. And everyone keeps telling him, there's a good guy in there. And even he's like, where, dude? It's like, where is everyone seeing this, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were going to say something.
Oh, I was going to say what he said, that Tom Cruise was not likable at all. And Jake Johnson, we were so excited.
And then they kill him off.
And they kill him off so
20
fast.
minutes. Yeah.
So fast. I was so disappointed. I was like, this was literally the biggest draw of the movie for me. And they kill him off in the first 15 minutes of this 2-hour movie.
The first, like, 15 minutes of The Mummy, I'm like, oh, I get all their characters, and I really... they're both The Mummy. The 1990...
Yeah.
OG versus new.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser Mummy. I get their characters, and I'm like, oh, I like them. I understand them. They have more development in the first, like, 20 minutes than Tom Cruise has in that whole friggin' movie.
Yeah. Plus, like, I was just annoyed by all the setup. I'm like, my guy, she literally said that there's mercury to fight away evil spirits, and then you see a sarcophagus in a vat of mercury, and you're like, ooh, let me whip that out, you know? Like,
let me
like, at least in the old one,
it was semi-accident.
Right.
Like, Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like Brendan and her are not like the greedy ones. It's like the other dudes.
Right. Yeah.
But when Tom Cruise is just like stealing stuff off of the skeletons there and like literally shoots the cord to bring the sarcophagus out of the mercury, I'm like, how am I supposed to like this guy?
It also felt like it was just a series of like stunts for him to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it was like, oh, we're gonna put him in like a plane crash simulator thing, and watch him do
the zero G sequence is at least kind of fun.
Yeah, that was
And
interesting when they were just spinning.
Like jumps through a bus.
Oh
the
yeah.
sandstorm thing,
Bus. There's an underwater thing. Well, because we commented, we were like, this is basically just Mission Impossible, but like dark and gloomy, supernatural.
Yeah, because the sandstorm thing happened. I was like, Mission
Sandstorm
Impossible.
thing.
Yeah.
And then the water thing happened. I was like,
fights.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, just like a whole bunch of stunty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, plane crash. We're like, this is Mission Impossible.
The ambulance thing where it
rolling
flips
over in the
and-
woods.
Although,
right, yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
watch a lot.
Yeah, Brittany had to close her eyes a few
Listen,
times.
they were straight up zombies.
No, they were. They were just zombies.
They're not
And
trying to hide
y'all
it. Yeah.
know I can't do zombies. So every time,
I didn't
like,
know,
I
Zombies are annoying.
I couldn't. I just can't. I couldn't do it. So Justin, I would cover my eyes, and Justin would give me a play-by-play.
Yeah, I'd give her color
What's
commentary. I'm like,
happening?
I'd be like, she's looking confused. She's looking around. There's zombies behind her. They're chasing her.
So the new one, my favorite part was the mummy, like the chick.
Yeah,
I liked her little dark ritual thing.
Yeah,
And
we
that's-
liked her eyes.
I looked it up, and she was like a dancer, and so
Sophia
like
Butella.
just watching her like
yeah,
convulse.
yeah.
was
She
was
did a good
kind of
job.
fun. She's my favorite part in the new one.
I also we were talking about this. They really brought in the whole like mythical creatures, Jekyll Hyde thing, and I was just like,
It feels very much like they're setting up like a Justice League of monster move.
Because
Like, I
at
think
the
that was in the
beginning
plan.
it's like Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was
I
the
think
plan.
that's the plan.
Yeah, I think
but
it's well
this
understood
one
that it was
did
meant
so
to be.
bad.
Yeah.
It was meant to be like a whole cinematic universe thing. But it felt so left field.
Yeah.
Like they just go meet him and then he's like, also, I'm Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And it's like,
yeah, it's like
I don't think we needed this plot point in this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And not them alluding to like vampires and mermaid because they have all the stuff in the jars or whatever. And it's like, oh,
right.
okay, we're
well,
just
they
living
have
in
like the swamp thing.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
swamp
it's
thing.
like arm.
The swamp.
Is it just called the thing? No,
The
swamp
creature from
monster?
Black Lagoon or whatever. Yeah. The Shape of Water man's
Yeah.
arm.
Shape of Water.
In a jar.
I also predicted a lot of stuff, and I don't like it when I can do that.
As we learned with Gods of Egypt, I'm kind of a fan of Egyptian mythology.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like a simple cursory internet
Yeah.
search would kind of tell you what that is.
Yeah.
So like, maybe do a tiny bit of research.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
Whereas in the older Mummy is like, I think semi-accurate.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
not even-
they don't like misuse any
No.
of the things.
Right.
Or,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the old one's just fun, and this one
The
is
old one
not fun.
is
This one
very
seems to
fun.
The old
revel.
one was fun. This one felt like trying to be almost horror.
Yeah, this one felt like it was intentionally so like
It's not
grimy
even set
and
in
like
Egypt.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so-
really in London.
it's
Come
so
on.
grimy and just like, ooh, look at all the zombies and
Yeah.
it's all dirty.
Also,
and
like I
sewery
didn't
and
see what she looked
swampy.
like because I was covering my eyes. But
Yeah, she's like going in the sewer.
but when Justin was describing her to me, he was like, she just looks like Schmeagol right
the
now.
Mummy.
She does, yeah, the mummy
Yeah.
lady when she's like halfway there or whatever, crawling around the docks or whatever.
right,
I was
right.
like, that's Gollum. I was like, they can't fool me.
Yeah. So I liked in the older one, he basically regenerates by eating the people who opened the box. There's like a box that they open and they get cursed.
Yeah.
And he has to like eat them to regenerate. She just has to eat
She just be sucking,
Anybody.
an arbitrary number
Yeah.
of people
and she just be sucking, you know,
to
She'd
get
just
back to yeah.
Yeah.
She'd just be making out with them.
I was
She
like,
always
those
goes for
poor
the mouth.
policemen that were just there.
They were just doing their jobs at the docks, and they get
In London.
Slap.
in London, in it.
Like, it's not like they signed up for that.
Yeah,
Getting
Right.
slurped by a mummy.
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
The movie peaks in the first
Yeah.
15
It does.
minutes.
I would say my favorite part is like oddly him shooting
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Yeah.
Like that scene where he just stabs
Yeah.
the colonel guy or whatever.
And there's a few cool moments because like when like Jake Johnson goes kind of crazy on the plane is like kind of creepy.
yeah,
legitimately.
like that's
Even though it pissed me off because we were both commenting, we were
Yeah.
like, "Dude, check on your friend.
right.
He's so
He's
sick.
literally
He's
dying.
like
over
got
there.
veins up his face or whatever, and no one cares to even
Yeah.
look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
was just
so
annoying.
messed up.
Yeah.
And in the first like 10 minutes when it's showing her like backstory and what she did and stuff to get where she's at, we were like, she could have just killed everybody anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure why
She didn't have to embrace the god set or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she made the blood pact when it was like she has to rule by power,
Yeah.
and she could have just killed them.
Yeah, she could have done what she did with no power.
She could have just made a
could've
coup.
just- yeah.
But
That's valid. I mean, that's what they did in The Mummy, the older one.
well, you know.
When I
Maybe
say
they
The
kept
Mummy,
it.
I mean like
Yeah.
1999.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
The Mummy in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Movie peaks in
but
the first 15.
It was just,
I agree.
yeah. And also, the ending felt so drawn out.
It takes so long.
From,
to end.
like, when she gets the gem on the knife, and they're, like, in Jekyll's place, but she's, like, released and stuff, to the end.
Oh, and they're
it
like
felt
fighting.
so
Yeah.
long.
And then
yeah.
he
And then this happens, and
like,
then it goes back and
assumes
forth,
power,
and then
he dies.
Yeah.
and then
he
oh,
comes
don't even
back.
get me started on how this dude gets possessed by the god of death, and then it's still like,
And is like-
I can fight it, and it's like,
Yeah.
there's no way, dude.
And he's like-
I don't believe you.
Also,
Finally,
he
he's a good person. All
knew,
of a sudden,
and he knew this chick for 3 days.
Knew her for 3 days.
And
Yeah,
he's like, I'm
she-
gonna bring her back to life. I'm gonna sacrifice myself to the god of death to bring her back to life.
to get ultimate
But then
power
overpower him.
Yeah.
Exert my own will over the ancient Egyptian
Hold
god
him
of
back.
death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was so confused because like he like
Also, set not the god of death. But that's fine.
Oh, well. Fuck
another
'em.
plot issue. And I was so confused at the end too because he like literally sucks the life out of her or whatever, like undoes
Oh,
what she
yeah.
did. But then like they put her back under like she can be rezzed again. And I was like, are
Yeah.
they leading to a sequel?
Well, I was also like, can she still come back again? Yeah, I was like,
You need to burn her.
yeah, I don't know.
Bones.
Get rid of her
Yeah.
ass somehow, dude.
Pretty much.
They just bury her again. Shit's whack. Not good.
I did think they did a good job of making things ominous, at least. Like the crow thing.
Oh, the birds.
There's some
Yeah.
creepy
The
moments.
birds.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some cool.
Like, it started making me think like, as like power sets go, the mummy, like a mummy would be pretty OP.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can turn to sand.
Yeah.
Oh, because we thought it was pretty cool because
These are
she
the
like
old
calls
details.
upon the sand or whatever, and we're like, where are they gonna find fucking sand in
And she
England?
breaks all the
And it's all the
glass.
glass, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was like,
that.
that's fun.
There's
There's some cool moments.
But yeah, generally I was just like, eh.
And then they bring back Jake Johnson in Visions or whatever, and he's all CG. And it's like, at least put my man in makeup and let him act out or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't believe they video gamed him.
Yeah, like the mirror thing, I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think he's wearing any makeup. I think this is all fake.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely all like graphical, and it's like, dude, he's not even there. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he
And-
reses him in the end. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
And
Res
he's
him like
I'm
it's a-
super grateful
like it's
for
a
you
video
bringing me
game.
back and
Yeah.
everything. And
I
I'm
was
just
like,
like,
oh.
oh, so you can bring anybody back.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad there's no what do they call it?
Consequences.
Term of
Oh.
what do you call it? Statute of limitations
Oh.
on bringing someone back from the dead because he's been dead for like weeks at this point. I think
I think days.
Yeah,
I had
days
it-
at least.
Well, not for the supposed god of death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can bring back anybody.
Favorite parts, least favorite parts.
My favorite part
1 to
was the
10.
plane at the beginning.
The plane is pretty
Because
cool.
it was all ominous, everything went crazy. But then, like, I feel like it lost oomph for me after that.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is the first like 15 minutes when they're like romping in the desert for a little bit. They're getting shot at. Jake Johnson's being funny.
Yeah.
He's being funny. He's making little quips, and then they find the tomb, and it's like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. And then it just kind of
Plateaus.
just kind of goes downhill.
Yeah.
So, and I like her. I do like Sophia Boutella. I think that's who it is. I think it's her name. The mummy lady.
Oh yeah, no,
She
that
is
was my
cool.
favorite part.
The eyes are
watching
cool.
watching her like move and perform was my favorite part
Pretty cool.
for sure.
Oh, that was your favorite part.
Yeah.
Least favorite part. The whole thing,
The
the rest
rest
of it.
of
Yeah.
The
Well, like,
zombies.
I mean,
I don't
for
like
me,
it.
it was the zombies.
I'm not a zombie person either.
I was so annoyed because, like, even when they, like, opened the coffins of the English people that were buried,
Right.
and they were, like, straight skeletons, and then she reses them, and they have, like, skin and are zombies, I was
Yeah.
just like, what? Like, I would have been okay if they were skeletons, and also, like, I don't know, I just wasn't digging the whole, like, I'm gonna give you the suck of life. And,
The suck of life.
and
Oof.
that's gonna give me all your stuff and you're gonna be a zombie now. Because it felt too related to zombies, because zombies bite people and then they turn. So I wish that they would have done it in a different way.
It's too zombie coded.
Yeah.
I also, they kept saying that he was like his whole conversation with Dr. Jackal, Mr. Hyde, whoever, was like,
He's turning into a zombie. Oh my god.
Hey, at least we're checking on you.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, you've been cursed.
Yeah.
But it's like, aside from hallucinating Jake Johnson, how? Like,
Yeah.
Said because you get some visions.
people are just saying you're cursed. Like, I need this to, like,
I need to see evidence.
Yeah. I need this
start
plot
decaying,
move.
like, start
Yeah.
turning into a mummy.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
some
like,
shit to
there was-
happen.
I was expecting some sort of, like, physical
I need a
change.
physical manifestation
Yeah.
of your cursed. Give me a black spot on the hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Tom Cruise is my least favorite part of this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
he's
not
well
a-
suited for this role.
I'm not a big Tom
I don't
Cruise
think he's
person.
I don't think he's not charismatic. I just don't think he carries this movie in a charismatic way.
And
I
maybe
think he's kind of a dick the whole movie.
maybe he didn't care about it.
And it makes him very
Yeah,
unlikable.
I mean, maybe the writing
Maybe it was
wasn't
just like a cash grab.
good. Yeah.
I don't know. There was something
Not
else I
that
was
he
gonna say.
needs a cash grab though. You know.
No. Yeah.
Oh, because I was gonna say, because there are some like cool moments sprinkled in here. If you look, you know, a moment I really loved that I did think was very unexpected, and I was like, oh, see, that's good. Is when he's like cursed or whatever, and they're driving away in the ambulance, and he's like, and she's like, she's in your head, she's
Ooh.
gonna make you do things or whatever.
Yes.
And he,
then
like,
and then they
turns-
show back up
Yeah.
at the place, and he's like, we drove in a circle. He's
That-
like, I didn't.
yeah.
I was
You
like,
drive-
oh, that's cool. I was like, that's
Yeah, that was
inventive
good.
and fun and unexpected.
Yeah.
But
And
then
the
they
birds.
kind of don't do anything.
The
Yeah,
birds
some of the
playing
bird stuff is
stuff.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I didn't like. I was annoyed. Yeah, I was annoyed that there weren't many funny moments. It was just like
Yeah. Like once they
because
kind of kill
the
off their
old one had
comedic
so
relief.
many funny moments.
Yeah, they kill off their only
Yeah.
funny character in the first 15 minutes.
I got mad when he wakes up in the morgue and he's like, "What's going on?" It's like you woke up in a body bag. What do you like?
Yeah.
Freak out more.
Well, that's what-
or
Also,
like,
do you not remember anything that happened?
Right.
Well, that's what pissed us off too, because we were talking about it and we were like, we hate this like trope in movies where, like, none of the just the characters don't act like people.
Yeah.
Because if I was getting fucking vivid visions of her killing me and sacrificing me, I would tell the archaeologist
I'd be
lady.
like,
I'd
hey,
be like,
I just had a weird hallucination.
Yeah.
you'd be like,
that,
yeah, so you're talking about this like lady who kills for ritual sacrifice or whatever. I'm kind of getting, it's up here. It's all up here right now. Like, just
like
say something, bro.
Just kind of monologuing in my head.
Yeah.
I know the situation.
Yeah, and waking up in a body bag and being like, duh? What happened here? And it's
Although,
like, dude.
have y'all seen the second Mummy
I have.
of the
I have, I just don't
Brendan
remember it
Fraser.
super
she starts
vividly.
getting the Rachel Weisz's character starts getting visions and stuff of
Right.
her like past life, and I can't remember if she like tells them about. I think she does
I don't
though.
know.
Because
I mean,
it'd
maybe.
be crazy not to.
Well, it's I know it opens and like they're like going through a tomb and she basically like unlocks it, and he's like, "How'd you do that?" And she was like,
She's like,
"I just know."
I just know how.
Yeah, or whatever, something
don't
like
know.
that.
Yeah.
Ah, bad
Anyway,
But I do like the like the
movie. The original slaps.
yeah.
well, rate the original
The
1 through 10,
remake of
and then
remake.
rate
Oh,
the
yeah,
new
whatever.
one.
I will say I watched the original,
Wow.
the 32 one. It was it's short.
No.
It's the same story.
Oh,
It's the same story. It's super short, not as, like super aged. Obviously.
super 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, first one gets a 5 out of 5.
Oh,
No,
I think I gave it. I give it a 10 or a 9.
It's just great.
First
9
one,
out of 10?
I give it a 8.5.
awesome.
But
Yeah,
I've only watched it once.
I think
so.
it's so good,
It's awesome. It's very.
and they
Um,
lean into like the plague stuff for him.
Yeah.
I like
It's
that.
fun. It's charismatic. Everyone's funny.
Second one, I give it 2.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like 1.5 out of 5.
I give it a 4.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, there are cool moments.
definitely won't
I'd give it
watch
a
it
3. I'd give it like
Yeah,
a 3.
no desire.
Like, Jake Johnson's kind of funny for the little bit. A few cool moments and effects. That's about it.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Next.
Moving on.
Next,
Mulan.
Mulan. The original is iconic.
Love
so freaking good.
Love it.
Original
In so
peak.
many ways.
Original is peak.
It's comedic. It's entertaining. It's also, girl power.
Mm-hmm.
And the new one has none of that.
I would say the new one, like, I don't know. I was getting mad at the new one.
Yeah.
Because it feels much more like they lean into, like, the kung fu chi
Right.
Yeah.
martial arts. Like, use your chi.
Right.
And that made it feel like, to me, it was taking away from her.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, she just got this because she was born with it from her family,
right.
from her dad. Like, she just got this and can use it. Rather than her, like, working hard,
Yeah.
training hard as a woman
Right.
to, like, do things. Also, you want to know what I hated
What?
about the new one?
What?
They don't know. So the army doesn't know that she, like, defeated them in the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, the armies are running towards each other. The pack of bad guys starts to run away,
Right.
and they're like, oh, that flank, go. And then all of her little battalion people start falling off. She, like, chases them to the mountains, and then that's when the rest of her army, like, starts to bunch up
Mm-hmm.
because of the birds. Also birds attacking.
Also, more birds.
Also,
Yeah,
there's a
more
witch
birds.
lady.
Witch lady birds.
Witch lady
attacking.
bird, supernatural.
And they're throwing, like, the catapult rocks at the groups.
Yep.
They don't know where she is. They don't know. She ran off to go chase the guys. Meanwhile, she's, like, behind the rocks, like, distracting them, and that's when she uses her chi to cause an avalanche.
Yeah.
So as far as they know, an avalanche just happened.
Right.
And then right after that is when she's like, oh, I'm a woman, because she decides to be herself.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And it's
Yeah.
like, they don't know that you just saved them. They should kill you.
Yeah.
Like, if those 3 traits or whatever are as important to them as they say,
Mhm.
they should kill you.
Yeah.
Like, but he's like, just willy-nilly, like, you're banished.
Yeah.
Like, don't show your face
Yeah.
again. And it's like,
Well, I have, like-
you should be dead.
Yeah. I have
Just-
a lot of nitpicky things to say about it. One, because I'm such a huge Disney fan,
Mhm.
and I feel that they tried to make it an action movie instead of a Disney movie. I feel that they lost I was not compelled the entire movie. They lost a lot of oomph with it. Like you said, when they find out she's a woman, they're just like, oh, okay, goodbye.
Right?
Like, whatever.
And it's
But
like,
in the original,
apparently-
he, like, almost kills her.
right.
and it's
He's
like a moment.
I saved your life.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also like, she actually, like, actively saves them.
Yeah.
Like, she takes the cannon.
Hmm
And
They
use-
watch her do it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Because she's so smart. Like, she uses
Yep.
her smarts in the first one. She
Mhm.
uses who she is.
Yep.
Takes the cannon and doesn't fire at the people like they're about to. She fires at the freaking avalanche, causing an avalanche, saves everyone's lives.
Yep.
That's great. In the first one, the new one, they just, her chi. Like,
Yeah.
she's not smart. They replaced her smart.
Yeah, they took away her personality.
Yeah. Which really sucks.
And then, also the villain dude in the
Yeah.
new one was
Not
not
compelling.
compelling either, because I was telling Justin when we watched it, the original, they set up how bad he is from the start,
He's
but
scary in the
they
original.
have
Looks
moments
terrifying.
that prove that scariness, like
With the doll.
and the 2 messengers, and he's like,
Yeah.
we only
yeah,
need
yeah.
one.
How many men does it
Yeah,
take to
and then it
deliver a
implies
message?
Yeah.
that they shot the other one.
Yeah.
But in the new one,
I'm pretty sure they're just after gold, and then he's
they are,
talking
and
to
he's
his
like,
group.
kill them all. But I'm like,
And his group is like, nah, we don't want gold. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'll give you revenge. And it's
Yeah.
like, revenge for
For
what?
nothing's
Yeah.
well explained.
it just wasn't good. The witch thing made me so mad in general.
I like witches. I like witch stories.
Tell me why
not
they included
some-
a witch and like she had magic and stuff, but they couldn't animate a Mushu.
Right? No, I
Not
had
to
that
mention,
too.
there's no.
Like, more
well, I'm sure
realistic.
you were happy that there was no songs, but
No songs.
there were no songs. Mushu wasn't even in it. Like it just they took away the good parts of the movie
I would agree.
and didn't replace them with better stuff.
Well, Mulan is one of the movies where the music doesn't bother me. Like, I
It's
actually
pretty
enjoy.
scant. There's not a lot of songs.
I actually enjoy like the original songs.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah,
I think
they're
they're super
bops.
fun, and I think they like actually are used well to say what she's thinking, or add levity.
Yeah.
Like, they're used for character development, which I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Well, and they're smart because in the original, I think, right? Because they're singing "Girl Worth Fighting For,"
Mhm.
and then
they
it hard
stop.
cuts
Yep.
to like the burned
That's
village. So smart,
good.
such a good moment, or whatever. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. And
The emperor thought his like whoever was the emperor, he just sat in a chair. There was
Yeah.
no performance at all from
There
him.
was no-
And I was like, and then they show the emperor. There's a scene with the emperor, and then there's a scene where they show them writing,
yeah.
and I was like, wow, that is like, it's so satisfying watching them write
Yeah.
in the new one. And I was like, okay, I could watch them writing for so much. I have no idea what his like I don't care about this
Yeah.
guy's performance, anything.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it was just the levity wasn't there, the comedic aspects weren't there. And also even characters that they try and make like redeemable, likable, like the witch, aren't. And it felt like she did a complete 180 so fast.
Yeah, all the character turns happen like.
And and don't even get me started
Freaking-
about like the combat and like the men just running along the wall.
right.
And I'm just like,
That's like an
they
Asian.
could have made this so cool.
That's like an Asian martial arts thing.
I mean,
Like,
I
they're
know.
leaning into that like old kung fu movie, but I felt like they didn't lean into it enough. It's not like they're trying to be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon-esque, but it's just like used whenever they need it,
Yeah.
and I don't.
And
like
like nobody died.
that. Right.
And I'm just like,
I mean, no one dies in the original.
no, but it's implied that there's there could be consequences.
I mean, she
Shang
gets
almost
she
dies.
gets stabbed. Yeah, Shang gets.
All that happens. But in this one, none of them ever even get injured, and it's just like, I don't know. I also feel that they did such a good job, back to like the woman power stuff. I feel like at the end of the first one, when she's fighting him, they did such a good job of showing like Shang, the man, couldn't beat this guy.
Right.
So now it's my turn. But in the new one, Shang's just like, yeah, go do you.
Yeah, you go do it.
Go get him, girl.
And
It's your
I'll-
mission. or
Yeah,
whatever.
and
It's your movie.
Yeah.
It's your movie.
Yeah.
You're the titular character. Go get him.
Yeah, I don't know. She had
Yeah.
no personality. It was just like annoying. And also I felt like there wasn't much expression of emotion in general.
No, their acting was super minimalist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say my favorite part in the original is when she's fighting the bad guy, and I like when he cuts through a freaking pillar and it goes to the wall, and she climbs out on it onto
Yeah.
the roof, and then she uses her little fan to get his
Yes.
sword.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
It's so
fun.
cool.
It's fun. It's cool.
And I feel like it also shows a lot of historical weight, because when she's like, no, I'm the one who destroyed your army.
And he's like the soldier.
He's
from
like the
the
soldier from the
mountain.
mountains. He does not question that she's a
Soldier.
woman, because in like Chinese history, Huns used to believe women could fight. So like they even do a good job with the history stuff, and I'm just like, in this one,
Well, I think the original does pretty well at showing that culture at that time.
yeah,
I don't think it's disrespectful at all. I don't.
right. I think the intent was to be respectful.
Right, I think so too.
The new one felt like a money grab.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna recreate this old movie with the culture to get some more money,
Right.
basically.
I heard something about, like, it was in Walt Disney's will that every, like, 20 or 30 years they remake, like, all the movies. That's why all the, like, live action stuff, because he wanted a, like, a modern, up-to-date
Gotcha. Well,
take of all the movies, so that basically, like, different generations grow up on the same movies. Like, on the same stories.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Is how
Bad
it's
idea.
always been, or that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's true. But it kind of makes sense why they, like, are remaking everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
But, like, a lot of the Disney remakes just aren't as good as the original.
No.
And it's
they're
not,
not.
I feel like the originals, like, still hold up.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like it'd be different if, like, I don't know if it makes sense, but, like, Aladdin is set at a time where there isn't a lot of cultural stuff that we can relate to, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
Because it means it's not outdated.
Right.
Because it's not like they're using flip phones and dial-up internet. You know,
Right.
like...
Well, and even the animation style and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, my niece, not even 2, she loves The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And it's like, she'll watch it. It's not like,
Yeah.
it's... Yeah. So, I don't know.
They just don't hold up. But...
What's your favorite part of Mulan?
IDK, this
Justin.
movie's boring. This movie's the same as The Mummy.
What about the original?
The
What's your
original? The
favorite
original's
part of
great.
the original?
The hard cut to the
Okay.
to the stuff. Yeah, my favorite part of the new one is
Favorite part in the new one? I don't know my favorite part in the new one.
I think the lady who plays Mulan does a fine job. I think she's pretty good. I think she's the best part of the. I like Donnie Yen too. Donnie Yen's in the movie.
I think I like the witch. I like witchy things.
That's
I think
fair.
I like her, but I hate her redemption thing. That's probably my least.
Yeah.
No, my least favorite is when she uses her cheek to cause the apple.
Yeah, I think my least favorite moment is just the cheese stuff. Well, as soon as they, I don't even remember this movie that well because we watched it a little while ago, and that's how you know it's not
The
very
first scene of her using chi is like
'Cause she's like a child.
She's chasing a chicken.
good. Yeah, she's a child, and she's like
And
hopping
she flips
rooftops
onto
and
the
flying,
roof.
and I'm like, oh, well, she's just a god. She's just gifted.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be like
It's not her.
We're not gonna see the training montage where
Right.
she has to like get really good and climb the pole or whatever.
Exactly.
She's just a natural talent.
She's just
this is awesome.
born with it, gifted.
So cool.
Whatever.
Thank you.
She's a witch.
She's a witch.
She's
a witch.
Literally a witch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hated the witch's redemption thing though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That was annoying.
And she takes an arrow for her as a falcon. W.
Yeah.
Like thumbs up.
I don't remember much about the movie now,
Same.
but I remember being disappointed by the family dynamic, I think.
Mm-hmm. It does not hit as
It
hard as
doesn't
the
hit.
original. The original, I still like kind of tear up when she
Yeah.
comes home and she's like, "Father, I brought you like
Yeah.
this is the medallion of the emperor.
Mhm.
This is the sword of Shan Yu.
Yeah.
Like these are all things to honor the family." And he's like, he throws them on the ground and he gives
Yeah.
her a hug, and it's
Yeah.
like,
It's like ah.
But in the new one, I remember because I was like, there is no levity here. When he finds out that
levity
she's
is
gone.
lighthearted things.
Oh.
There's
There's
too much
no-
levity.
There's no. What am I thinking of then?
I don't know what you're thinking
Whatever.
Sorry.
No, I appreciate you correcting me.
I-
There's no. I've used the word compelling a lot, but there's no compelling aspects of him. I feel like as a father because
he isn't.
like when he finds out that she's gone, I remember being like, that was no reaction. But in the original, he runs out in the rain without his cane and falls in the
Right,
mud
it-
and like. It's
Yeah,
they
it's
just don't do
so
it.
But yeah, she like leaves and they're like, dang, that's crazy. It's
Yeah.
but nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know, boring movie. I don't remember that well because it's not memorable in
1 out of
any
10.
meaningful way.
Yeah, I give it a 1 out of 10.
Oh, a 1 out of 10. I'd give it. I
Oh.
put it lower than the new Mummy.
I gave that a 3. I'll give this one.
I'll give it a 2 out of 10.
I would also rate it a 3. I like them about the same.
I'd give
honestly,
it
I think.
a 3. Like I got super frustrated.
I almost fell on my chair. Movie got me so mad I almost fell on my chair. The Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap.
Ah, yes, The Parent Trap. See, this is the hardest one because I feel like the hardest one because I think
said the TARDIS.
Okay, whatever. It's the hardest one. I think me and Brittany had slam dunks of like the original whatever the
original is
did not need a
drastically
remake.
better.
Yeah, it's
than
very
the remake.
clear. But this is easily the closest one.
I agree.
As far as like they're both kind of
like
they're both kind of bopping.
They're both. I love them, and I. This is what I'm going to say. I watched them both, and I think like I have some qualms with the new one.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's campier. I think it's like really hammed up, not as like serious. I don't think the acting is quite as good because it's Lindsay Lohan's like first job, like acting job.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just have little qualms, and I think it's still good though.
Yeah,
I still enjoyed watching it. All that jazz. I think what makes the original way better for me is the nostalgia because I grew up watching it.
Yes.
Because my dad's first celebrity crush was Hayley Mills. Fun fact, that's an odd thing to know about your parent. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yeah, so I grew up watching the old Parent Trap.
Yeah.
And so I think that is why I think it's better. Or it's part of it. I do think it's better without it. Just because there's things...
Sorry, he pulled up the trailer.
Yeah, there's just things about the new one that are like too hammy and I don't find as compelling, to use your word.
Yes.
I do love the original one. I did notice, watching it recently, I was like, I think I have a problem with, so the theme of like womanhood is kind of strong in it. Like she's growing up. She's a little older than the Lindsay Lohan version.
Yeah.
In that one, so she's like they're talking about like, oh, a woman is this, a woman is that. But then I'm pretty sure every woman, and I think this is the director being a man, put this in, like every woman in the old one has like a temper tantrum, emotional meltdown at some point. And I was like, I don't particularly like that because I feel like it might be like, yeah, portraying that as a aspect of womanhood. And I was like, not a fan of that.
Yeah.
So, but aside from that, I do like the original better. What, did y'all like the original better than the remake? Nope. I know, because you grew up with the new one.
But I went into the old one. I did grow up with the new one. But I went into the old one.
So
with
like
an open
my
mind.
nostalgia that's making the original better is just reinforcing your new one.
You have nostalgia for the new one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But also, we don't have to get into it. But I have some arguments as to why the new one is better.
Please.
Come
at me. Bro.
Okay. So listen, the whole argument that the chick in the first one is a better actor than Lindsay Lohan, I think is bull hockey.
Bull hockey.
I cannot tell you how many times I watched her lick her lips.
I know, it's so
and
prevalent
bite her
throughout the whole
lip
movie. It's
because
so
she
funny.
was focusing so hard on what was happening. It pissed me off so much.
Really?
It is
It
so
made me
funny.
I
so
think
mad.
Hayley Mills' sense of character for the two individual girls is much more developed than Lindsay Lohan's
I felt
character for the
she did
individual
not show
girls.
any negative emotion on her face.
Also, they just talk with like,
I
the same
disagree.
accent.
I
right?
disagree.
They just like
No,
Also, they
there's,
both
like,
sound like they
barely
have
any
British
difference.
accents,
Yeah,
but they're not even from England.
they're both very British, and then they'll just occasionally be like Kant versus Kant,
Yeah.
and it's like, also, why are you even saying that? You're from Boston versus California.
That didn't make sense.
I felt like I was the new one. I felt like I was watching Lindsay Lohan. The older one, I was like, oh, I'm watching Sharon and Susan.
Interesting. Also, we thought it was funny because like
Until the end where they like we're the same. Like we're not telling you who's who, and they're
Right.
like the same
yeah,
person on purpose.
I felt that was
I-
no different from the beginning where they were being each
Really,
other.
I
Yeah.
felt that with the new one.
Interesting.
This is weird.
I felt that with the new one.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
like,
weird.
Well, Justin's kind of unbiased.
It's-
Well, I'm
Except
unbiased,
I
but I
said-
don't remember.
I
the new
literally
one very
said
well.
they gave her Lindsay Lohan such a strong British accent to distinguish them.
I think that's
Like
fair,
if
but
she
I think
didn't have the British accent, I'd just be like, oh, it's Lindsay.
I think
like,
that's
it's
fair,
Lindsay
but that's how I
Lohan.
feel about the girls.
But yeah, I think
Interesting.
the intentional was because they looked at the old one and were like, these two girls are the same dog. They're talking the
Really?
same.
Well,
They
I mean, they
basically
are
have the same
They
accent.
act the same.
Like there's not
I
a lot of
literally,
distinguishing.
I didn't know who was who.
It is hard. It is hard to tell who's who. Like in the beginning, it's like I don't know their names yet. They start to use their names a little more later on, so you learn them.
Right, I'm still gonna be
Right,
honest.
don't care.
Still did not understand.
Crazy,
who was
don't
who.
care.
Interesting. I watched this with someone from work,
Mm-hmm.
and they
The old one?
agreed with both of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Well, it's been slow at work. I'll take this part out. So. But it's been
Yeah,
slow
my
at work.
job at this place. It's time we're watching movies.
It's been slow at work, so we've just been like, hey,
Yeah.
I have to. And
Yeah.
they're
That's
one
real.
of the few listeners of the podcast, so it's like,
It's fun.
I gotta watch these movies for the podcast.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch them with me? But they kind of thought the same thing. That like they felt like they were just watching Lindsay Lohan, and like
Interesting.
the older one was kind of more distinguished.
Interesting.
I also just found the parents in the new one much more likable than the old one.
I thought they weren't acting very well, or at least
my
their
God.
like their script dialogue was not.
For you all to disagree. It's funny.
Because like when she starts getting in the car, she starts talking about like a girl. I just like calling it's there's scenes that are like basically the same dialogue, like they're the same words, but I did not find them as likable in the new one. I was like, I'm not feeling where this wants to go. But I felt that in the old
I felt the opposite.
That's
I was
so
thinking
funny.
every time I noticed the same dialogue, I was like, man, the new one's better.
Really?
For
No,
example, I'll
I-
give you an example for me, just so you understand where I'm coming from.
Okay.
The whole meeting the grandpa bit, I thought Lindsay Lohan did it so much better. I thought the grandpa was so
That's one of my
boring.
That's my favorite part in the old one. That is my favorite part in the old one where he's like listening in and
Well, that's not
like-
the same part I'm talking about.
When they,
Talk about
when
when
they
she
first
first
meet.
meets-
oh, and is making the
The
And she like
smelling.
smells it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this grandpa's boring.
I didn't
was
know,
like,
Grandpa.
I
I'm
love-
just
I
making
love
a memory.
him.
I don't like him.
I love him way more than the newer one.
One thing
That's so weird.
that
Justin, I'm gonna need you to weigh in more.
I don't know how much way.
one thing that I feel we'll agree on. I really liked that they brought the Vicky lady back. in the new
Oh,
one.
her cameo
Yeah.
where she's like playing
love
the
that.
parent. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I did too.
Fun.
Because I watched the new one and I saw that and I was
Mhm.
like, oh, Vicky! Like, I hate you, but I'm
But
glad you're
also-
here.
But also good to see you.
I also did hate the Miranda. What's her name? Meredith? Miranda?
You hate her? She's my favorite.
Who?
I mean, you're supposed to hate her. Are you not?
Wait.
Who are you
Oh
talking
no,
about?
I was thinking of Jessie. Sorry.
Oh, Chessie is my favorite in the
Chessie,
new
yeah.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Chessie is my favorite in the new
Sorry,
one.
I was thinking of
My favorite part in the new one is when Chessie figures out
Yeah.
that they've swapped.
Yet again.
And she's like,
another scene that I thought was way more compelling in the new one because Chessie gets like emotional and like
I will say, yeah, when Verbena finds out
Yeah.
in the old one, that's not. Yeah,
She's
Chessie
like, well,
gets
I'll
emotional.
be.
That's my.
I
It's
like
my
that.
favorite part. It's one
Yeah.
of the more where it's like I think that's compelling. I also just love Verbena in the old one when she first meets, whoever's
She's
there.
like, something's different
She's-
about you.
Well, I like.
I like that when she's like, I don't talk,
She
I don't
said,
speak.
she's
And I'm
so
like,
funny.
what?
I don't speak.
And I
one-
don't say a word. I don't
not
say-
one word. I do like that.
She's
I
funny.
love Verbena in the first one, but I like Chessie in
Yeah,
the
Chessie's
new one.
awesome.
I like the camp counselor in the old one. She's so funny. She's like,
Oh.
children, now
My-
gather around
Yeah,
so that we may speak to you.
Literally, her. I did make a note of this. Her first thing is like, she's reading the cards, and she's like, "Welcome to camp, blah blah blah. My name is," and then she has to flip.
I know. Yeah. She's like Miss
Mrs.
Inch.
And then she checks it. She's like,
She's like, right?
"Yes, Miss Inch."
And everybody's like,
Yeah, that was funny. That was good.
It's funny. It's cute. The old one is cute. It's quaint.
Yeah. And then later when they get in trouble, she's quoting. She's like, "Let the punishment fit the crime." Like that punishment is perfect for them. That was the problem with the new one, is because she gets in trouble after they walk into her cabin and it's a mess.
Yeah.
And like they put the balloon on her or whatever, and it's like she is literally punishing the victim. Like it's just a plot point. It is just a plot point for her to be like, you two are going to the isolation cabin.
That's fair.
And that was that bugged me.
No, I see your point.
Like,
I always assumed...
Obviously they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always assumed watching it as a kid that they knew about the history of all their fights. And we're like, both of you are going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
because of everything that happened.
See, in the first one, I just feel like it's like they're just like little pranks that you do at camp until they get into a big fight at the dance. And they like knock over the table.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
They cut her dress up. That is
her
crazy.
That's like straight up horrible.
I was like, whoa. These are supposed to be likable?
Because like obviously I don't enjoy...
You don't like them in the beginning,
That's
which
true.
I think is great.
Yeah. Because like in the new one, they make her go skinny dipping and then they steal her clothes, which obviously is really bad. But there are no boys there.
Then we told the school dance.
Except for the one who's
With Camp
like,
Thunderhead.
I thought this was a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that bit in the new one.
I also didn't like the fencing. Their first interaction
What?
fencing.
That's an
like the
iconic
fencing. That's
moment.
It's a better idea than just watching Lindsay like a little kid fence. I felt like I was at like a little recital thing.
We really enjoyed like viewing the cinema part of it.
Oh
in the old
yeah,
one
I thought it was so fun.
because you could always tell when they're splicing it together because it's fuzzy.
Yeah, they
And
did.
then-
I will say the new one, they did a really good job
Yeah.
with
Oh,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Well,
But it was the most fun to watch. Yeah.
and then there was one scene
There's a
where
scene.
they're both in the shot, but the other girl is straight up not her, and her face is showing.
it's
and
in the
so
fight.
funny.
It's in the fight. Yeah.
No,
They're in the cabin.
they're in the
and
cabin,
sitting there
and
talking
the girl
or
is just sitting
something.
on the bed, and it's
Oh.
not her.
And then she's like walking out, but yeah, she's just like the other one is facing just
There
the
is a
camera.
double that's like
Yeah.
at the camp when they're fighting.
Is there another-
There's a girl there too,
Yeah.
and they like put cake all over their
Yeah.
face and stuff to
Yeah.
where it's harder.
But
to
it's so
tell.
fun because it's just fun to watch how they like do stuff. Because
Yeah.
they'll like cover their head with luggage.
Yeah.
Or they'll like just be out of frame slightly, or
Yeah.
like it's just fun to see.
Yeah,
And
We
every
enjoyed,
time,
like,
a back of the
watching-
head.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah,
we
and
enjoyed like pointing out like, oh, I think that was intentional.
yeah,
Like,
and every time they comp the shot, yeah, it just like
Yeah.
it gets
Yeah.
grainy and fuzzy,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, they definitely have to splice.
Yeah,
like,
which
Yeah.
one's
Two
the
over.
first take? And
Yeah.
yeah, two over each other, and so they like never
Filmed
touch each other
over.
hardly either, because
Yeah.
like you can't really make
Yeah.
that happen very well. So it was fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then there were because there were moments we pointed out too that were like, why did they do it like that? Because she's singing to her in the
Oh.
park, and it's
And it's
like
green
they
screen.
it's
comped this.
hardcore green.
Yeah, I was like, they comped this over like some sort of green screen, and they dubbed her singing.
See, I think it's.
Why is it like this?
I think it's because.
Just shoot on location.
Well, I think the camera was probably bigger and harder to move.
I
There's very
guess.
little camera movement in the original.
I guess.
So I don't know how big the camera
It's just hard to
was.
understand because at the very end, they
They-
cut to a shot that's real of
of
them in the
walking
park,
through
and
the
it's
park.
like,
I
you were
think it's
clearly
a-
in the park.
I think that's one of the few crane shots that they
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
And then they ADR her singing, which is not lined up super well, and I was like,
Yeah.
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 this
We
is
were like,
a little
oh
tough.
man.
The effects are a little rougher.
And then I was like, that
Aged.
son of a bitch. This is a musical. And he likes it. I was like, there's fucking singing in this movie.
There's like
She
two
sings
songs. They-
two-ish songs.
yeah,
they
two-ish
even put on a
songs.
little musical performance.
Yeah.
So
They do.
I like the little animation at the beginning of the original. That kind of tells the
I
story.
won't lie. We skipped it because it was the credits.
Oh yeah.
And we
Oh.
were like,
There's a little like a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
claymation and
that's fun.
animation. It's not claymation, I don't think, but
we skipped it because we were already watching The
cute.
Mummy yesterday too. So
it's
it
a
was
good
like,
little song too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
They like
I thought another little tidbit that I really loved was in the new one when she's like walking down the hall and she's like singing to herself, "Let's get together, yeah."
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Little
See, that's like a
callback.
big thing in the. There's lots of little callbacks in the original. There's some scenes that are just literally the same dialogue.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really didn't like the girl.
She could not get over the lips licking. Drove her up the wall. She'd be like, if she licks her lips.
Literally,
one more
clockwork. Every 10 seconds or less, she was doing something with her mouth, and it just pissed me off.
I was impressed because like there would be cuts to a shot that is like 2 seconds long, and she would still find a way to lick her lips in the shot. And it's like there had to be takes. I can't believe this. It's just
rewatch it. Count.
No.
Count.
I don't want it.
Okay.
No, you're gonna ruin
It's not.
it.
It's not the end of the world. It's just funny to see her every scene. She's like, Grandpa, what? What do you mean? It's so funny.
Even like
It's just goofy.
Even when one of them has a line and she's like in the shot in the back, she's doing it. Like
She won't even be talking.
Yeah.
She'll just
it
sit
just
back.
makes me mad.
It
I
was
also
funny.
like yeah, I just didn't think she was a good actress. But
Interesting.
I feel that that's because I don't believe a lot of old movies have good acting.
They just act differently.
Because
Yeah.
in my I don't see emotion on their face.
Yeah. They just act in a very it's just a different style. Like,
Yeah.
what?
So
Grandpa?
I think that's why I feel that way.
Okay.
It's just a little different. Maureen O'Hara slays in that movie though.
She's
She's so good.
She does. The mom in the old one.
The old mom.
She's
The
also
the redhead.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Like all of her when the grandpa is like, is that what you're wearing to go see Mitch?
That was good.
it's a funny bit.
And
It's
I
like
very
that
funny.
bit.
And she's like, why wouldn't I?
She's like, that's an awful thing to say. He starts.
And he's like, well, just women nowadays are dressing differently.
They're just
and
wearing something else. But I think it's good that
I think it's good that you're sticking with the old ways.
Yeah.
Like,
I also felt it was not translated well, and I still don't think I understand.
No, it
when-
was filmed in English.
When the dad was like, nah, she was fat, and like,
Oh, I will say they
and
definitely
then later on
misused
he
that
was
word.
like, so what, you got work done by like 12 doctors? And she was like, who do you think I am? What do you think I had to
a
do?
major reconstruction.
I'm just confused. Did she have work done?
No.
no, I think
Okay.
yeah, the
She
whole
was
thing
being
is no.
sarcastic.
She was never fat.
No.
So he was completely making that up.
Yes.
They're trying to be like, you
That-
wouldn't even like her. She was
yeah.
hideous, like a witch.
Also, like,
Yeah.
him saying, like, no, she was fat, and then the daughter being like, so why'd you like her?
Yeah.
I was
You'd be
like,
well, how can
oh.
anyone find love with a person like that? It's like, all
Yeah,
right.
I will say that was the point where I was like, ooh.
It doesn't translate well now. But.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Also-
And there's
Sorry.
another part where he's holding a beer and she's been
Oh,
angry
that's
with,
funny.
and he's
Yeah.
like, silent treatments are, what are they? And then Verbena comes by and she's like, they're feminine. And
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, feminine.
yeah. And I was like, that's probably
We
not.
really liked
Good
the
attribute.
minister guy.
Dr. Mosby, who is also in the new one.
Is
They
he?
reference a Dr. Mosby or
I didn't realize.
a Reverend Mosby
Yeah.
in the new one.
I remember Reverend Moses.
I thought you were talking about the beer scene when he's like, oh,
When
they're
he
about to
ha-
be here, and he hands him the
he
beer,
hands
and
him
then
the
he's like,
beer.
It's the same. I think it's the same scene,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
end.
'Cause
And
I-
he's like, no, you can't
'Cause
have
I-
that. Put it on the table.
because I do also think it's funny when they're sitting in the park at the same thing as the why'd you love her or whatever, and she's like, I need to talk to you about things or whatever. And he's
Oh.
like, oh, this is as good a time as any. We can talk about this. And she's like, well, boys. And she's like, well, I know all about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I just think that's funny.
And she's like, well, what do you think we're talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, I thought.
Please tell me.
He's like, I need a putt. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
I also think the end camping, like, sabotage of Vicky is done a little better in the old one than the new one. The new one is, like, super rushed
Strongly disagree.
and
I can't believe they got bears.
campy.
Those
They
are
got
straight up
bears.
real bears.
And then
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hecky guy was like, oh, those are
Those
just bear
bear
cubs.
cubs.
He said they're just
I will
bears.
say,
It's like,
that is
dude.
wild for you to say.
Yeah.
That is ludicrous. Yeah, I was like, I kind of feel really bad for Vicky. Like, I know she's a bad person, but like,
I don't
they're
feel bad for
monsters.
Vicky.
My last
They-
point I'll make.
She does slap.
She
one
does
of
slap
them,
him.
and it's like,
and it's like, hey,
and he does not react how I think he
No.
should.
He's
He does
just
not
like,
react
oh
how I
man,
think-
don't
He's
do
like,
that.
wait,
He's like, hey,
don't
there's
do
no
that.
call for that.
Um,
And it's like,
it's like, but you did put honey on my feet for bears to
well,
eat them.
I
all.
also think
The-
that's also the point where where I think he's okay with her, like, leaving, going away, not getting
Sure.
married to her.
Well, okay. So my last point I'll make, because we need to wrap up, is I felt that scene was way more compelling in the new one. Because, well, first of all, there's no physical violence. So,
Right.
So first
as-
of all,
yeah.
cool.
and then secondly, when I don't remember the actress's name. What's her name? Miranda.
Meredith.
Meredith.
Meredith
Oh,
is
yes.
the character's name.
Meredith. She like comes up all wet from the lake, because they put her
in
air mattress in the water,
right, which is funny.
Which I think is funnier than what they did in the old one.
I agree, but it calls back to the beginning, but it's fine.
Anyway, I felt the scene in the new one was so much more compelling because she like just lays it out and she's like,
it's me or them.
Yeah, and then he's like them, and I as a kid and right now I love how simple of a decision it was for him. Because
he kind of doesn't even make a decision in the old one. She's just like,
I'm out.
I'm out.
Well, I think I like that. I like that.
I don't like it because it felt like he was just like, let her go.
Passive observer.
But in the
that's
new
why
one,
I think
he was making the decision.
her slapping her is kind of the point where it's like, oh, like, obviously you're gone. Like, obviously I do not care if you leave. Like, that's my thing.
I guess.
I don't think he reacted like that, but in the story, that's what they meant for that to do.
Right. But we can only judge what they put on the screen. Right, what they put, And when he's like, come on, Vicky, don't be like that.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm leaving you. And he's like, I guess so. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
I don't know. I just like the scene better in the new one.
Because, like, after that is when he's, like, smirking or something. And he's like, I have to, like, comes back to the mom and he's like, we have to discipline him.
Oh, wow.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But then he breaks out that sweet bottle of red wine.
I will say what I like about the new one over the old one is the end. So the end of the old one, they're like, oh, I had a dream of us walking down the aisle of white, and it cuts to like a dream sequence of them getting married. And the new one is just like a little montage, I think, like a photograph montage of the wedding. I do like that better because I don't like the dream end.
Yeah, I like the bookends in the new one. Anyway.
Yeah, 1 to 10 of the old one.
Old one?
Old one. I liked it. I mean, it's good.
6 out of 10. New one.
I give it a 6.5.
I
give the old one 6.5. Give the old one a. I don't remember.
Which one did you like better, Justin?
I don't know. I don't remember the new one very well at all.
I didn't realize that. I would have made him watch it.
No, it's okay. I didn't realize how much I didn't remember. So.
Because there were scenes in the old one that were the exact same as the new one, and he was
like,
"Oh man, the dog doesn't know her." Like,
okay.
I was like, "That's in the new one."
I'm working on it. I probably rate them pretty equal, honestly. So I'm gonna go 6.5, 6.5.
You're killing me.
Boom,
man.
baby. Yeah, you're not getting decided on this
at
all.
Vote.
No.
It's called a draw. Learn about it.
I'll make him watch the new one, and I won't sit with him while he's watching it.
Oh.
Okay.
Just to make sure
Sure,
there's no
we'll find
bias.
time for that.
Where are my opinions?
My goodness.
I gave the original one an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I really like it. I gave the new one a 5 out of 10.
Wow, that's quite the disparity for a movie.
I gave you a better score. My movie's 8, yours is 6.
I deserve
I'm
not catering. I'm not catering. I really like the old one.
But we can
The new
all
one
agree
was
that nostalgia
fine.
factors
The
in
new one was
heavily to
good.
each of your all's decisions, and that I don't care enough about either of them to worry about it.
I will say, the new one is a background movie for me, and the old one I will never put on again.
There you go.
But I think that also speaks to the new one, because I'm not going to sit down and watch it. But I'm happy to put it on while I'm, like, doing the dishes.
I will, like, actively get in a weird mood to watch the old Parent Trap. I'm like, oh, let's get together.
Let's get together. Yeah. Anyway.
Have you, latest greatest, seen anything good? Oh boy, bad.
We watched Red 1.
How was that?
I liked it. He didn't.
Do you recommend?
No.
I give it a
fine.
6 out of 10.
I'd give it a dead even 5.
Okay.
Perfectly average film.
We also watched Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty?
We sure did.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
The Hallmark type movie where the snowman comes to life and is hot.
It's Ted from
Wait, what?
Schitt's Creek. Yeah.
Hot
Lacey
Frosty?
Chabert
It's on
puts a
Netflix.
scarf on a snowman that
It's
is
a magical scarf.
carved.
Is this like that weird Jack Frost movie where the dad turns...
No, he becomes a snowman. This is the
snowman?
reverse.
He already was snow. He becomes a human. And he's
But
hot
he's
as
still
hell.
technically a snowman. It's
Yeah.
it's weird.
But he's cold
I
in his
oddly
eyes.
want to watch this.
You should watch it.
Okay.
It was kind of fun.
Okay, Hot Frosty. It's called
Yeah,
Hot Frosty.
it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
also short, I think. It's like
I've been watching-
It's also got what's their names? The Office guy and the Brooklyn Nine-Nine
yeah,
guy.
Yeah. It's got.
Oh, Andy Samberg and
No.
No.
Ooh, I'm gonna forget their
the
names.
short white one.
From
in
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
Nine-Nine.
Nine-Nine.
Who's like, I want to be your best friend, Jake. We're best friends.
I don't remember.
Hang on.
I'm gonna forget their names. Yeah.
I've been watching Arcane at y'all's
Yeah, you
request,
Yes,
but I'm
please
like
watch Arcane.
halfway through the first season.
Yeah, you have.
When the new ones.
What?
Joe Lo Truglio,
Joe Truglio.
Oh, okay,
Him?
okay.
and then hang on. He's here.
It's good. It's fine.
Hot Frosty.
And
I
then
give it
Craig
like a
Robinson are both in it.
Oh,
He's
give it like a
hilarious.
6 out of 10.
They're both
He's
they're both
really
very funny in the
He's
movie.
really funny.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I'll
Hot
watch it
Frosty.
again.
It was a fun one.
What
It's like a Hallmark movie.
I will put that on my to watch list.
Yeah.
That's
With
a
the
good.
holiday.
So
That, I also want to see the new Craven the Hunter movie, even though I heard
Really?
it's not good.
Yeah.
We have to complete the bad movie trilogy of Morbius, Madam Web, Craven the
Right.
Hunter, and there's gonna be another one. I think I don't remember what it's called.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's. Oh, we need to draw for next week.
Hurry, my children.
It is a black one.
Sure. Reach in there
For
and pull
me.
one out. Pull one out. Pull one out. The category will be.
A movie that hasn't aged well. Lawrence of
I'll
Arabia.
tell you. We're watching it again, baby.
All right, a movie that hasn't aged
Oh,
well.
brother.
We'll think about that
Yeah.
and get back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, all of our movies are so old. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like we talked a lot about
Yeah.
me specifically. I'm gonna find a new one that
So
hasn't
goose.
aged well.
Yeah.
2 years ago, and it has not aged well.
All
Thanks
right.
for listening.
Thanks for listening.
For
See you
joining
next
us.
time.
Bye.
Bye.